Good evening, folks. I appreciate just a couple minutes of your time this evening. I know you've got a lot on the agenda, so I'll be brief. But my name is Trace Stewart. I'm a state representative next door to Presque Isle. Have been for about 4 years, and I'm running for the Senate this time. So I've been trying to get out into different communities. There's about 51 towns throughout this district, so it's massive, and it's a lot of work to get out and talk with as many folks as possible. But I think it's important to figure out what's happening in all these different communities, and spend a decent chunk of time meeting with a bunch of different folks, going door to door in Fort Fairfield, wearing a mask, social distance, all that good stuff. But trying to get a sense of what's important to you guys over here. So I'm not going to really get into any politics or anything. I just wanted to introduce myself real quick, and I'll try to stick around for a couple minutes after the meeting, depending on how late it goes, and answer any questions anybody has. And my assistant Lizzie over here has some flyers too, if anybody wants more information. Happy to hand those out as well. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else? We have my back to the people, but we're good. Okay. We'll start with correspondence and reports, please.
We have not received any license or permit renewals as of August 19th, 2020.
Financial report.
Total expenses in July were at 6.13% versus 8.33% budgeted. Total excise tax collected in July was $133,158.30. State revenue sharing, $46,156.04. Real estate and personal property taxes collected, $53,005.06. Loan balances as of 7/31/2020. Jones Fuel, $1,830.63. Langley number 5275, $18,816.63. Langley number 5277, $6,799.37.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Rajewski is not here, so we'll pass this report. Old business, daycare land use chart.
A public hearing was held for amendment changes to the official Fort Fairfield land use chart on August 12, 2020 at 12 p.m. in the council chambers of the Fort Fairfield Municipal Building. No one spoke for, against, neither for or against at the hearing. Daycare center by changing the language from no to PB2. Recommendation that the town council approves the language changes on the official Fort Fairfield land use chart for daycare center from no to PB2.
So moved. You have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Okay, we'll vote. Melissa?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Scott? Mitch?
Aye.
And I vote aye.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I may,
Yes, sir.
to clarify that, it just changes the land use chart under highway oriented from no. It's still not allowed in the industrial zone or the commercial zone
Sure. Thank you.
for residential.
Okay, and this truck will be for you. Fire truck.
I'll read it.
Vehicle. Right.
On August 14th, 2020, the town clerk, Billy Joe Sharp, opened the bid envelopes for the RFP Fort Fairfield Fire Rescue Department. Katahdin Trust Company offered a 5, 10, or 15-year at 2.59%, 2.97%, and 3.37% fixed interest rates, respectively, with no prepay penalty, with monthly payments of $11,554.46, $6,270.66, and $4,613.75. Aroostook Savings and Loan offered a 5, 7, 10, and 15-year at 1.9%, 2.25%, 2.60%, 3.10% fixed interest rates, respectively, with no prepay penalty, with monthly payments of $11,347.15, $8,357.82, $6,147.67, and $4,513.15. It was discussed that notice of award be given to the 7-year term with the Aroostook Savings and Loan, as it was best suited for the Fort Fairfield Fire Rescue Department. Recommendation that council accepts the notice of award given to Aroostook Savings and Loan for the RFP bid on $649,000 for a term of 7 years, no prepay penalty, with a 2.25% fixed interest rate and an $8,357.82 monthly payment.
So move. Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion, questions?
I got a little bit.
Go ahead.
Apparently that ladder truck's not here yet.
No, it's not. It'd be here this evening, not this evening, tomorrow evening. Spoke with the gentleman that's transporting it, who's in New Hampshire this afternoon. So he was gonna stop off this evening and get rested and fueled, and expect to have it by tomorrow.
My recommendation to the council would be we hold off a little bit before we vote on this. Because there's been no discussion on the final negotiated price yet. And that company or that town was willing to send that truck here from California, all expenses paid, and they're willing to take it back if we don't accept it. I think we should take a look at it because that was the plan for the firefighters to look at it, try it out, check it out, how it works. We're gonna look at it with the mechanics. And the other company was
Autotronics.
They were gonna come down and they work on our equipment and built the ambulances. I think it would be best that we do that and then talk to Andrea, I know she's not here, to see how the negotiations on the price was. I mean, I know it's an 8-year-old truck, it's probably in good shape, but they're still asking $649,000. And if we need to put the cart before the horse to approve that amount, if we can get it cheaper than that. I think if they were willing to send that here, that's what I think, that's my recommendation.
What was the discussion on that? They're hoping to.
We are hoping to negotiate the price down. This was a worst case scenario. And the thinking was that if we went forward with this, we'd be able to take care of it from there. We agree totally that we think we can get it down quite a ways because of the circumstances.
Right.
But this would allow us to move forward.
Right. Just, if you approve that amount, and that's what we get, and you get it cheaper, we may not pay that back. They just may go into the slush fund in the fire department or somewhere else. That's one of my concerns. It just, after a few days, I mean, that truck might not be acceptable to the group. I don't know.
That's a very real possibility.
It's just, for a few more days, she'll be back, let the guys take a look at it, let the council take a look at it, everybody do their job.
Yeah.
And then we can have a special council meeting. How much time do we have before we have to approve this?
10 days.
10 days?
From arrivals, 10 days.
That's on the truck.
Yes,
How about a loan?
On the loan.
I don't know.
I can't answer that right now.
How about a loan?
I have not been given any information on loan.
I would think we'd have a little bit of time.
Okay.
I would think.
Mitch, you had.
I should have bids.
Yeah, what we're sitting here going, we're approving the amount of 649. I mean, obviously, if we can negotiate now, let's just say this we have another meeting, have that vote. We vote on the amount that we're doing right now. So this is a fact that if you look at it and you bring it back and you bring it down and get it at a cheaper rate, then we don't have to come in and vote on something we've already should have voted on anyway.
The discussion was that we'd only borrow the amount that we need.
That we need it.
Right.
Right now, we're approved for.
We're approved up to $649,000. If, in fact, we get the truck for $532,000, well then,
That's
it's
all.
already taken care of.
We don't want, yeah.
We wouldn't have to come back and vote on something, again on a lower price.
Okay.
This is the maximum price that we're gonna allow them to vote on.
Yeah.
To approve the truck, so I see no problem in voting on this tonight, and if it does come at a cheaper rate, that's great for the town of Fort Fairfield.
Where the Rustic Saving and Loan, we've been approved up to, so if we need less, we vote
That's
less.
Exactly.
If we wasn't in a 10-day sensitive area,
Yeah.
we got 10 days to decide if we need this truck, and other than a special council meeting to approve it, I see no reason not to approve this amount, and the most of it, if it's cheaper, then it's in our favor. We'll just allow the
Question.
purchase at that maximum price.
There are several people involved in the inspection of this. I know we mentioned a few here, so once that's done, give the green light, we just act on it.
Correct, absolutely. So we have a series of, Chief Eddie from Fort Kent has a stuffing dealer that's gonna come take a look at it for us, as well as Autotronics, as well as Public Works Mechanics. So as long as we have that few day window to get that checked over, to make sure that that's finalized, the truck's safe, it's equipped, it's gonna perform a job for the town for the next 20 years or so, that's great. And I do hope that we can negotiate the price down with Brindle Mountain Company that we're brokering through for the truck.
You guys are negotiating?
The town manager will be.
And she's gone, but she'll be.
Yeah, she's in contact with us. We've got that kind of finalized out, is what we're gonna do going forward.
Okay.
Thank you, council.
Well, thank you, sir. Any other comments, questions? So we have a motion and a second. We'll take a vote, Mitch.
Aye.
Scott?
As it written, no.
Okay. Bob?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
And I vote aye. New business. Dog Park, Riverside Park.
I've discussed with the Public Works Director, Darren Hanson, and Recreation Director, Kevin Snell, the possibility of placing a municipal dog park in Fort Fairfield. We are all in agreement that Riverside Park, farthest end from town, would be the ideal location for such a park. The proposed park would be 90 by 50, would be a 90 by 50 fenced in park with a small agility course, waste receptacles, baggies for waste collection, signage and seating. The estimated cost for the entire park is $5,317. I would suggest implementing policies for the Fort Fairfield Municipal Dog Park for the safety and comfort of our citizens and their dogs. These policies should be posted at the park along with the hours that the park is open from. Policies adopted by the municipality, such as dogs must wear a collar with a valid license and have current vaccinations. Handlers must pick up after their dogs and dispose of the bagged waste in the containers provided. Dogs must at all times be under the control and supervision of their handlers. Children under 12 must be accompanied by an adult. Food and glass containers are not permitted for either human or canine. Cats are prohibited, and puppies and female dogs in heat are not allowed in the park. This would be an added service to our citizens, giving dogs a safe space to exercise and roam around freely, allowing dogs to socialize with other dogs and allowing owners a chance to be physically active with their pet. Recommendation that the town council approves the Fort Fairfield Municipal Dog Park to be located at Riverside Park.
Any questions or comments? One question I have, is there people that have requested?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See for the need.
And the park will be maintained by Public Works, keep it, like, as far as, not everyone's gonna clean up after their pet, and bags for the,
Sadly, it
cleaning
probably
up.
will fall upon Public Works in the end. We'll be the ones mowing it, maintaining it, so yes. There will be some policing. Hopefully people will take care of it as much.
Will the hours that are posted?
Yes, I believe that, yeah,
They'll be working on the policies for it.
that's right.
That's right. Okay, any other comments or questions? And vote, Melissa?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Mitch?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Okay, ATV access route request, Riverside.
Chief Newell.
Yes, sir.
On July 17, 2020, I mailed out 28 letters to the folks that live on Riverside Avenue regarding the proposed ATV access route along that road to those citizens, allowing them to have a voice in whether or not they want that route. Of the 28 letters I got back, of the 28 letters I sent out, I had 20 letters come back. 11 of the residents support it and 9 of the residents oppose it, based off that survey of do they support or do they not support an access route on Riverside Avenue. That's that. Was that easy? So that's based off Mr. Stratton's proposal from the Fort Frontier ATV Club wanting to have an access route there. The other issue that we'll have to have, and that doesn't fall on me, will be access across the bridge, so that will depend upon the state state approval for that to happen. But if the state allows access across the bridge, then council can give access to, make that an access route, connect up to Limestone. Is that correct?
Correct.
Limestone.
It goes across the bridge, so we go left or right?
They're going right. Yeah, they will go right out Riverside and out through that way.
They're going up to the brook, right? And then you're cutting across.
We're gonna cross the bridge, we're gonna swing right, and we're gonna get down to the cemetery. We're gonna go around that curve, short distance. Smith Farms has built a new field road up there that's gonna lead us up to the border patrol, where we'll cross the Limestone Road. I'm hoping, once they finish installing their irrigation system back there, is that we'll be able to shorten that. Rather than go all the way around that field and up on the Russell Road, is access that field on the Riverside Ave part. So that should cut a third of it short. But for right now, while they're running the new irrigation system up through there, Smith wants us to go up and around into that new road up there.
I just wanted to put that survey out there for the residents because it'll be my office that ends up dealing with any complaints. You will have complaints anyway. They'll deal with them accordingly, but I just want to provide council with that information of where the residents' position was as far as that proposed route comes. So
What's the police department's recommendation?
I'm not opposed to that. I am opposed to traffic on the bridge, which would kind of negate the purpose of that trail, just because that bridge is so narrow. I think it's a huge safety hazard, especially with heavy trucks coming across using that route. That's the only thing I'm opposed of. As far as the access route on Riverside, I'm not opposed to that.
Do you think that if we approve that access route, that they're gonna be using the bridge, instead of using it anyway?
The state have done stranger things.
And the snowmobiles have been
And the
crossing that
snowmobiles use it
bridge
as well.
for 10, 12, 15 years, and I don't think there might be hardly any fatalities on it.
No, I've never heard of any fatalities on it. And again, my only reservation with the bridge is the narrowness of that bridge. If it was a wider bridge, I'd have no problem saying yes to it. But I am very cautious about saying yes to ATV traffic on that bridge. So, but that's council's decision.
That's not up to us at this time anyway.
The bridge would be the state's decision.
We're on
So it has to go for the state for approval.
Years ago, we did have permission to cross the bridge. We did have the ATV.
Yes, we
Correct.
Yes,
We built.
And as of right now, it's fine with the state. I've already spoken to Roy Bronson in Augusta. It's less than 500 yards. It doesn't need to be signed or anything. We have a trailhead on one side of the bridge, we have a municipal access route on the other side of the bridge.
And it would, again, it'll give the ATV club a lot more access to the other areas because we are limited here in Fort Fairfield where we can connect to and whatnot. So I personally am not opposed, my office is not opposed to allowing that Riverside access. And if the state deems it okay, I would say okay.
Now we're bringing up the traffic from Limestone.
Limestone.
I'm sorry, that air conditioner.
That brings the traffic through, you say go to Limestone, that also brings the traffic on.
Absolutely, it would open up Limestone traffic to Fort Fairfield.
And then that would open up trails up north too.
Yeah.
Correct. So it really expands their access.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to accept the access route on Riverside as proposed.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second.
Second that.
Any further discussion, questions for Chief Newell or anything?
I mean, the river's long enough to get across it, I know.
Yeah, it is.
Just a quick question, we submitted 2 access route applications. One was for the 1.6 miles on Riverside Ave, where there's residents. And the other was 2,600 feet on Strickland Road, where we have to connect from one Smith Farm lot to another Smith Farm lot.
That's a separate.
That would be a separate.
That'd be separate. Tonight, we're voting on the proposal on Riverside.
Yeah.
So,
So I have to
okay, no further question, we'll vote, Mitch.
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Paul?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
And you might as well stay up there. Go for it.
I'm very pleased to announce that on August 14th of this month, I held sergeant's promotions, and it was a very difficult decision of the 2 candidates. The board, we deliberated for over an hour. Both candidates are exceptionally qualified, and it literally came down to points separating them. And based on how my policies and procedures was written, that short points put that one candidate over. So it's with great pleasure that I announced that Officer Ryan Eagles was promoted to the position of Sergeant of the Fort Fairfield Police Department. Sergeant Eagles has extensive training in patrol supervision, field training officer, evidence collection, and a very well-rounded resume as far as training goes. He comes with over 10 years of law enforcement experience, so I'm very excited to have that position back on my department. And Officer Eagles, or Sergeant Eagles, if you would come up for me, please. You have to take my fingerprints off. I'll try not to poke you. Sorry. That's right, as long as the ambulance isn't out. You officially have your Chevrons. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Councilman.
You know how to find me.
Okay, minutes from our last July 15, 2020, regular council meeting. Any questions?
Chair, I make a motion that we accept the minutes of July 15, 2020 as written.
Second, no questions or comments? We'll vote. Melissa?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Mitch?
Aye.
And I vote aye. We have two warrants. What is it?
Warrant number 2 in the amount of $92,936.50 was completed on 7/17/2020. Warrant number 3 in the amount of $25,647.55 was completed on 7/29/2020. Warrant number 4 in the amount of $407,300.17 was completed on 8/11/2020. We have a checking account balance as of 8/11/2020 of $441,369.10. Machia savings balance of $5,000.
Chair, I make a motion to approve the warrants as written,
No correction?
except for 2020, 2020.
Second.
Then second. Any questions or comments? We'll vote. Melissa?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Scott? Mitch?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Other business? And then one correction on the agenda, manager's report should be ahead of the executive session, and the Roman numerals should be changed. Should be an X in front of every one of them. Follow me? Okay. Okay, now entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to go into executive session. Well,
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Thank you so much, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, congratulations.
Darren, did you still want me to stay?
Mr. Levesque.
Would you join us for executive session?
Yes, yeah. Mr. Levesque, will you join us for executive session, please?
I'll ask if I see him.